So let's jump into the Monster Train Beta Build Edition. Check out the new champion heroes and see what we have in store. I'm running the game in a window right now just to fix a weird frame rate issue. Hopefully I can still see everything that's actually happening on the screen. I can't actually bring the mouse down any further than this, but it's close enough to hit depart. So, Hellhorned! Hornbreaker Prince meet the Shardtail Queen. Replacement spell, no torch. Instead we get the Queen's Impling. On summon, deal 10 damage to the front enemy unit. So instead of having a 2 damage torch, you have a unit that goes out, does 10 damage, and is a 1/1. I kind of like it. It allows you to block an enemy attack and, still get a little bit of damage out there. Early game, these are gonna be fine. Late game, these are gonna suck. If you can get that relic though that gives you double summon effects, that's a lot better. But I feel like these are gonna be very early card removals, especially when you get better imps. Like even the imp that is deal 5 damage to all enemies is significantly better. But I also really like the torch from the Hornbreaker Prince. It's a good early game card that kills support units, gets you the gold goblin. Not having these is gonna be a bit of a problem. Where are the card frames, says Hyper Blitz. This is the wrong save file of mine. The save files for the main game and the beta are not compatible, and this is an old beta save file, but when the game actually comes out in, like for real, when the beta is really released, I'm gonna have to use my other save file anyway, so the card frames might be messed up, doesn't matter. I'm not really paying too much attention to that. Awoken! The Sentient has Restore, 2 health, 1 regen. The Wildenton, this kind of badass looking dude here with giant crystal hammer fists, has Root Seeds, apply +2 attack, draw 1 extra card next turn. So if you can make these free, it's kind of like having a Sting, except instead of doing damage, it makes your unit stronger. Very good for the Multi-Strike Animus. Good for himself as well. He's a 10/30 as a base unit, and you have to remember, the Sentient is actually a 0/10. They just get more health due to the upgrade pick for them. So this guy, as a 10/30, he's gonna get more stats when we upgrade him when we start the run. So he's gonna be probably kick-ass. He's a tank who can also do damage, which is kind of cool. Like direct physical damage. Very interesting. And then Tethys Titan's Bane with the Frozen Lance meet Soulguard the Martyr. This guy looks a lot like a, what's the brain sucker from D&D? You know the ones I'm talking about. Mind Flayer. Kind of looks like a Mind Flayer to me. A weird Eldritch Octopus Mind Flayer. He has Incant, gain Shard 1. Shard is used to power his abilities, so we'll see those when we actually play as him and upgrade him. But his spell is Foregone Power. Apply Frostbite 6 to the front enemy unit and discard a card at random. So very, very good at triggering offerings. It's important to note though, Foregone Power is stronger than a Frozen Lance because it does damage turn after turn, but it does not do damage immediately. This card will not kill a unit on the turn you play the card. It's gonna have to wait until the end of turn, so the unit that you play this on will still live. So very weird, but could be very strong. Depends on what his abilities are, really. Take a look at this Umber guy. Look at him, looks freaking dynamite. We have Penumbra Umbra with Shade Splitter, and then we have Primordium with the Plink card. Primordium has Buffet 3. Buffet, this unit can be eaten multiple times. When eaten, adds attack and health to the eater. So Primordium is a champion morsel of all things. You buff this guy, and then another unit will eat him and gain stats. I also like the Hollow Knight seal in his mouth. Yeah, he looks a little funky. He does look like the :O emote, for sure. And his Plink card, deal 1 damage to an enemy unit twice. Random enemy unit. And on slay, add a common or uncommon morsel unit to your hand. It's kind of like Antumber Assault. except, which I mean immediately makes me like the card a lot, except you cannot control what it hits. But if you upgrade it with plus 10 magic power, all of a sudden it does 11 damage to a random unit twice, which is 22 damage, which is pretty good. It can give you morsels. You can make it free very easily. So it seems like a pretty decent card. Good card for killing support units and doing damage. And you can also, put 20 magic power and consume on it. All of a sudden it does 42 damage. Is this the update everyone was talking about? Yeah, the first update to the game, the major one, added mutators and challenges. This one is adding in a second champion to all of the heroes. And this is the beta. By the way, when this goes up on YouTube, the beta this will probably already be released as of like a month ago, but look, my backlog for Monster Train is large, deal with it. And then, Melting Remnant. Instead of the Rector Flicker with Dregs, Dying 3 Burnout 2, we get Little Fade. Look at this little Orphan Annie character we got here. Please, sir, may I have more wax? Look at this little child. Little Fade, 5 attack, 1 health, primitive mold, reform a random unit. So they have reform built right into the champion on this one. And you can see what happens with Little Fade. They come back over and over again, and they probably have a buff to coming back with reform. Reform a random unit, but if you can reform Little Fade, you'll probably get a nice little benefit from it. GT Quirk says, Little Fade reminds me of Tiny Tina. I don't know Tiny Tina, but Little Fade, weird ass unit. There's also more expert challenges. Again, this is the wrong save file. I've done all the challenges, but there's 5 more. Homework. Prove that you can win once with no combat previews. That's annoying. Steward stack, powered up train stewards, so you get 2 train stewards and advanced prototype that you can't cast. A simple plan. Non-champion units get +2 energy. Start with Sketches of Salvation. So on turn 1, 4 units come out randomly on the middle floor. All of your units cost +2 Ember to play, which I imagine that also affects morsels, so that's gonna be ridiculously bad. Largest lads, everything is big and gets dragged down. You can also upgrade them even more. So gravity, at the end of turn, descend friendly units. Big Chungus, all units are +1 capacity. And zoom enhance, all cards have +1 additional upgrade slot. You gotta be careful with gravity, because if you misplay, all of your units will die and not do any damage to the boss. I've had it happen before, I understand the mechanic. I'll talk about it when we actually do Largest Lads. Mr. Torg is amazing, says GT Quark. Martin says, only losing to my boy Torg the Genius. Tiny Tina is one of my favorite characters from Borderlands 2. I played Borderlands 2, I don't remember Tiny Tina. Stealthiest bosses, adding duality to the ninja training mutator just so bosses can't get hit. Minor bosses, not major, but the minor bosses have stealth 5, which is actually stealth 10, thanks to duality, double stacks of status effects. I imagine this is going to be very good with Awoken because they deal heavily in status effects. Rejuvenate, regen, thorns, all of that's going to be doubled. And Blighted Existence, sorry, is the text for that one. You have 5 dead weights added to your deck, 8 calcified embers, and cards are not discarded. So your hand just gets filled up with crap. Sounds lovely. But we'll start with Hellhorn. We're gonna do a Hellhorn random run. Oh, by the way, the music stopped. Logbook has also changed, and you have to crown with the alternative champions. So that's gonna be a pain in the butt. We're gonna do a random allied clan. Covenant 25? Oh God, let's do it, let's depart. Also, new changes. You can see what bosses you're fighting on Ring 3 and Ring 6. You could normally do this anyways if you paid attention to the icon on the map, but now that information is actually just displayed to the player, which is very nice, because I just didn't bother learning the icons for everything. But we're gonna be fighting new bosses, because there are alternative Ring 3, Ring 6, and final bosses, and these are guaranteed to be fought while the game is currently in beta. So, Talos the Architect. Enemy units enter with Rage 2. Talos gains armor on Slay. And I think this boss attacks even before Relentless. I don't know. We have Arcus, the Darkness Incarnate. Arcus will summon Blinding Dark Shard and Looming Dark Shard, which is a phased unit with Rally, apply Daze 1 to enemy units, and Resolve Despawn. And Looming Darkness, phased, incant, all spells in hand gain +1 energy and Resolve Despawn. Alright, that's gonna be weird. Final boss, Seraph the Patient. Seraph attacks in all combat rounds, gains +5 attack on Rally, and applies melee weakness to your front unit. Melee weakness is like spell weakness, but for raw damage. And Rally triggers when you play a unit card. So it looks like these bosses, if you play a unit, when there's a debuff active, you will just nerf yourself to oblivion. This guy gaining +5 attack on Rally means you basically never can play a unit when Seraph is on the floor. That will kill you. And I have to say, to me this feels like a big punch in the gut to Umbra. Not being able to play morsels, that's gonna suck. But we have Vent, Mind Collapse, Branding Right. Let's see what happens. And let's check out the new champion upgrades as well. There are also new artifacts, 1 per clan, so we might see it on the run. Shardtail Queen. Rally, gain +5 attack. So every time we play a unit, such as one of the imps, she'll gain +5 attack for the rest of combat. They also changed it so it actually says tip, stat changes persist for the duration of battle instead of enhance. Imp Parade, resolve, add a Queen's Impling to your hand. Imp units on this floor cost -1 energy. So imp build Queen, huh? Okay, that's interesting. I kinda like it, but at the same time, Rally is a new mechanic. But I like having imps cost less because you can just play a whole bunch of imps on the floor if you get a whole bunch of imps. They don't really benefit the Shardtail Queen, but she's also a 15-20. We don't have a lot of imps. We have plinks because we are apparently doing Umbra with the morsel units. So you know what? We should take the Shardtail Queen because if we play morsels, it'll buff her. Wait, we have the alternative cards, all of them, plinks and queen imps. All right, so we're gonna take Royalty because if we play a morsel, it should give her +5 attack. Rage adds an additional +1, or Stewards get better. We'll take Stewards. This is very funky. Spikes 3, well, I don't think it matters. Does it randomly pick the alt cards for your second clan, or can you choose? I do not know, Black Falcon. This is the first time I've randomed, so I do not know. But we'll start, oh my god, Plink is gonna be so good. So we're gonna start with the Shardtail Queen at the top, and we'll Plink down here. It should get 2 kills. And these morsels should buff our attack twice. Yep. There's one, and there's another one. And then, I don't really want the imp to live, because they're not really doing anything, so I'm just gonna like, be truly BM on those guys. Give me another Plink. I will play a Queen's Impling here just to kill the Collector. Oh, well, we should probably play a Train Steward, huh? We'll Plink down here just to get 2 kills for 2 morsels. We'll keep buffing your attack. You're now at 27-20, which is pretty decent. And then, you know, we should play the imps, honestly. They do 10 damage, they'll kill a unit. Because you have lifesteal, we'll put the Train Steward in the back. You'll tank for the Train Steward. Rally with Morsel seems very OP. Well, not really, because even with the pre-nerf to Melting Remnant and Umbra synergies, it was still not a guarantee that you were going to win. It's not that, you know, super overpowered. And you have to imagine that Rally being a negative on certain boss fights does make this not as good as you would expect, I believe. You should take a damage shield. Then you should have... Deal 5 damage, apply armor 20, branding right. Did this card get nerfed? I don't remember this costing 2. I remember this costing 1. Branding right. Yeah, they must have nerfed it. But I think honestly we should just play the Train Stewards now that I think about it. The boss is dead. Sorry, Queenie. I really did not expect to kill this guy, but dude, the Train Stewards are pretty powerful. All right, easy early game. March of Shields, Hidden Passage, Fortify. Queenie doesn't even get a say in it. She did nothing. She did nothing. Move a unit to the front and apply armor 10. I really like Hidden Passage. It's really hard to get Ascends, so I think we should take it while we have it. And I really also like a Mind Collapse. Although we have Plinks. Plinks we're gonna use to kill support units. We don't really want a Mind Collapse to do it. Although we could, you know, give it plus 20 and consume, and then it'll do 20 damage and give us 2 energy back. She's supervised? What do you think royalty is for, says GT Quark? Perfect, exactly. I'll take an Immortal Trade. That's a great freeze target. We also have a lot of cash, 225, my god. JMC, thank you for the cheer. Let's go unit upgrades. I would like an Umbra unit. Hellhorn units are also pretty good, but we have a Hellhorn unit. Oh, you can't get imps from the banner. So yeah, we'll go unit upgrades. Crucible Collector, Crucible Warden. One is better than the other. Large Stone. Well, I mean, that basically makes the Crucible Collector able to handle another floor. We could also Large Stone a Train Steward. It turns into a 25 times 253, which is really freaking good. That's like absurdly good. I'm gonna buff a Train Steward, actually. And I'll turn you into a 35 times 253 unit, and then I'll just buff another Train Steward. I think we should lean heavily on Advanced Prototype. It's fantastic. The Train Stewards have multi-strike. Multi-strike is just wonderful. And I will turn this on. Plink will kill the garbage units. They won't do much pyre damage. 2 Plinks, or 1 Vent will keep our pyre from taking any damage. This should be fine. The fabled Train Stewards run. Yeah, with the Imp Queen. What did I say? What did I say about the Plink? Oh. Plinko, get it, Plinko? We should Vent up here and then Plink down here, which means we're not gonna play the Crucible Collector. So, Shardtail Queen. 1 Plink. 2 Plink. 1 Vent. And then we'll give you Lifesteal, attack, energy. We'll put you down in case we can keep you alive. You'll love to see it. And you love to see this as well. This is a good floor for us. We'll Queen's Imp. We'll Plink, just to see if we can get some kills. Well, actually, if we're gonna Vent here to guarantee the Collector, let's Plink down here. All right. Not really what I had in mind, but it works. Are you dying? No, but a Queen's Imp will kill you. Man, branding right really sucks, doesn't it? Deal 5 damage, apply armor 20 for 2 energy. That's way too expensive. We'll kill the Imp. Did it say Mama? Mama! I think it said Mama. That's disturbing. We'll play the Train Steward. Mind Collapse. Mind Collapse. And then branding right. You have lifesteal, so let's give you some armor. Branding shite. That's rude. We're gonna get a large Train Steward. It's gonna go in front of the Shardtail Queen when it comes out. I think we should play the Train Steward just to do some damage down here. So we'll Plink. Plink didn't work, but that's okay. Train Steward, we're definitely gonna draw the Train Stewards. So we'll play one here. We'll buff you. End turn. Could have also played a imp up there to block a shot. I figured that we would be better off with the Train Steward. And then we'll play you up here. Ascend you. Lifesteal you. You're taking 115 from one Train Steward. Man, you suck. I want my lady to get the kill. She's actually not getting the kill, but you know, that's still fine. One day well, I guess she did attack here. You gotta love the Molting Imp. A holdover vent is a little bit better, but I like the Molting Imp because you can just apply Endless to it. Admittedly, we might want to apply Endless to a frickin' Train Steward. They'll block a lot of damage. And we have Imps already, and we have Plinks, and we have a vent, and we have another vent, and we have Mind Collapses. I don't think we need the AoE. Joining the fight immediately and gaining strength with each unit you summon. Well, I've realized now, we probably don't want too many imps anymore, huh? Imps have not been a problem, but I will still take a Packed Morsels. Just to ensure that we have imp or morsel capability. We're about to fight Talos the Architect. But I would like to get an artifact, please. Units get an extra upgrade slot. The Train Stewards are going to be ridiculous. Branded Warrior, Demon Fiend. Honestly, I don't want a Demon Fiend. Why? Look at this Train Steward. He's a 35 times 253 that costs 1. This guy costs 4. I don't need him. Get out of here. Copy a card 5 times. I'm not going to copy 5 Demon Fiends. I'm not going to copy 5 Train Stewards either. Large Stone Train Stewards would be pretty decent, though. I might duplicate him once, to be honest with you. No, we should get a hidden passage. That way we can start building single floors full of Train Stewards. Did they update the map for the new bosses? I don't know what you mean by update the map for new bosses for Dacula. Hello, lady. The Architect of the Exodus blindly attacks. Swap that. And gains more protection with each unit she slays, so take her out quickly. Enemy units enter with Rage 2. Gains armor on slay. 7 attack, 600 health, armor 25. And she'll attack every turn. The overworld where you can see the trains on the tracks. I mean, I still don't understand what you mean. Like, the sigil on the ground was for a different boss, so yes? Ah, enter with Rage 2. Wait. Okay, she does not constantly enter with Rage. She'll only start with this amount of Rage forever. So I think we just want to do the same thing we've been doing. You're gonna be up here. We'll play units here and then ascend them when we can. We're gonna clink these enemies to death, hopefully. I hate that you're dying, but you'll be okay. Don't worry about it. And you're doing 9 damage. We don't want you to get a Slay trigger, but honestly, if you gain 25 armor, it's not that bad. We could put out a Queen's Impling or something. Well, actually, a Clergyman will kill one. I'll play the vent where it's necessary. It's no longer necessary here. There's no room for the morsels, but I guess we can't play the imp then. But it's actually not that bad, because we can play the morsels up here for the time being. Buff you. Get you out. Should have played the vent. Honestly, if the Crucible Collector, Crucible Warden dies, it's not that bad. Unfortunately, I might not be able to even keep you alive due to the rage gain. Abe, what the heck is Risk of Train, says Mud. It's the game I'm playing, Risk of Train. Lovely, that's fantastic, good job. Lovely. Come on. I mean, I can still, like, kill units, but that's a little annoying. So you're gonna die, whatever. We're gonna give you all of these morsels. You have 38 attack. You love to see it. Just waiting for the Ascend to put train stewards on the same floor as her. When we do that, we're no longer gonna be able to play imps, but I don't really mind that. $99997. You guys do a lot of damage at the bottom. I need more time to kill you, I'm realizing. Let's play a train steward here. Ascend you. Now you're living for longer, and these guys are all dying. And then we'll, I'll play an imp. It gets a kill, and it's not dying to the boss, so. The music is pretty nice too. I will agree with the chat on that one. Let's play Plink. These Plinks, man. I hate them. Quirk says, Mud, you should play more Risk of Rain with Abe. I did have a lot of fun with that one, with that game with the Mud. I'm gonna play a train steward up here. You should also probably block for Our Lady. Well, Mind Collapse, one of you. You're dying. I could give you armor, though. Now you're living. And you're doing 100 damage to the boss, which seems really good. Final wave. 2 imps won't kill you. Please, Plink. It worked! So instead of doing that, maybe I'll just branding right up here just to keep you alive for a little bit longer. Middle floor is probably gonna kill the boss. Yep. So we'll give you some lifesteal. You're still dying, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. That does 2 damage, this does 8 damage, that does 12 damage. Easy. New boss, who dis? AB0020, hello, welcome. It's the Monster Train beta. I think early September it'll come out for real. Reinforce, double the amount of armor, consume, gain energy. Trigger feeding on a morsel unit X time. Feeding does not count as rally. It's pretty good with the lifesteal unit that we have. We'll make him very tanky. I'll take it. I think a Shroud Spike is okay. Morsel Master for him as well. Oh, but this will create more morsels for the Queen. I think we gotta take the Morsel Master though. It's a good take. Now, do we want energy, draw, or capacity? The energy to make cards playable is very nice, but I also do like the capacity so we can play more Train Stewards. We'll take capacity first. We'll figure out what to take as our second option once we actually get that far in. And here, we need to start upgrading spells. Hellhorn unit. Stop giving me the Demon Fiend, I don't want him. Rail Beater. I don't think we need the Rail Beaters. I think that the Train Stewards are okay. If we buff them up heavily, save our cash, I don't think we need them. I do think we can start getting rid of the Queen's imps. I'm not playing them because they cost 1 energy. The other Queen that could have made the imps more playable would have been really nice. Rally 10, or make the imps playable. If you make the imps playable, you can play her at the bottom, and you can play the imps at the front in order to tank shots. But I did just remove a couple. I'm just gonna go Royalty 2, Rally plus 10. Permafrost, Magic Power. A good Plink. A good Vent. Good Mind Collapse. Let's go with a good Plink. Make a card cheaper. Branding Right being 1 is pretty playable. Permafrost, you really do want it on Immortal Trade. It's expensive, but I'll take it. Oh, they also nerfed Double Stack. Gain Double Stack and cost 1 more. That's real unfortunate. I loved that card. I guess it's still a decent card, but not as good now as it once was, unfortunately. She's got a nice tail, says Mud. You like scorpions, huh? Armor 15. Well, the Plink is not gonna get any kills, but it's already not gonna get any kills. The Marksman has 2 health. We gotta upgrade the Plinks so that they can actually do damage. I think we'll turn on the armor though, because we have enough damage units that we can kill these guys. I worry about them killing us, but if we can put our lifesteal unit down and put a lot of morsels on him, he'll live. He'll live for a long time. So, I think... Yeah, we're gonna put Crucible Collector on the middle floor, Morsel Master as well, Queen at the top. Queen is gonna get... Queen can get some damage shield. You're gonna get lots of attack. And then honestly, I think we should also just ascend a unit so we can kill him on this turn. He gets armor, but we kill a unit. You. I can kill you with a Mind Collapse and get some energy back. We also have Train Stewards right now, which is lovely. I could put a Train Steward up here, but then we're not getting anything else on the Shardtail Queen. We gotta kill this guy at some point, though. You're healing to full. Branding right. We'd want to put the armor somewhere. The Shardtail Queen, I don't understand what to do with her. I think I need to play her on the bottom. I think she's a bottom unit, so that we can dump units down and get them killed. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do. For now, though, you're taking 46. You're gonna have too much health. I gotta play a Train Steward up here to kill you. You're still gonna be 25-31, which is pretty sweet, but I gotta put you up here so we can kill this guy. And then we'll put a Train Steward down here. Could put a Train Steward here for more damage, but we have a better Train Steward. So we'll put you here. We'll give you more armor. Mind Collapse you. You're gonna get more armor as well, but you should die on the top floor. Good, I was a little scared for a second there. Plink. Well, it has a 50-50 chance, well, not 50-50 chance, it has more than that % chance of getting a kill. It's got like a 75% chance of getting a kill here and getting me a morsel. So we got 1 morsel. We really should give you the lifesteal, although it is tempting. Oh, I can't play it up there, so you know what, there you go. Easy. Turned out that was an easy decision. And then we'll keep you going. Was that like a squeeze toy sound effect? What the hell was that? Scream! Oh god. Okay, there's our other Train Steward. You can also start thinking about ascending, get units up on 1 floor. In fact, we could do that immediately. Get a Train Steward to the top. I think you should do that, absolutely. You're gonna have 1 Yeah, we're gonna need the damage to kill you as well. So let's get you out. Save space here for more card plays. Plink does nothing. Vent does 6 damage. Play it wherever it doesn't incant. And our unit died, but you know, they're just out there to die anyways. Now you're dying, that's a problem. Plink could get a kill. I really hope it does. At least we're killing you now. The imp should keep you alive. Nah. Don't incant. Don't mind collapse. Don't shroud spike, because we have no morsels in hand. Plink, I'm realizing now, if you don't upgrade them, they're not reliable. Because they are not a reliable source of... Oof, I have to Immortal Trade you to keep you alive on this turn. They're not a reliable source of getting morsels. So maybe they would be better off being removed from your deck early. Branding Right, Hidden Passage. We don't need the energy. I kind of do want to keep the queen alive. So we're going to give her some lifesteal. We still have 3 energy. We should play the Train Steward. Should probably play the Queen's Imp. Unless we just want to damage everything, but there's not really much reason to or not to do that. And this is where it gets really unfortunate, because I don't think there's a way to keep my units alive, at least not the Crucible Collector with the lifesteal. We didn't give him any HP. Yeah, Plink will not be able to give us any morsels. So I suppose we're just gonna vent and then hope that the top floor is good enough. These units in the back are just absurdly bad right now. Oh, this is good, this is good. Okay, here's my thinking. If I ascend a unit, they will die and we'll kill the boss. Trickbreaker, thank you for the resub for 24 months in a row. Look, Dad, I am too. What, you're 2 years old? You are 2 years old, I've just realized. So hidden passage up, then we can plink them. They won't damage the pyre, and you're dead. I gotta play this champion differently. We haven't taken any pyre damage, but I still gotta play this champion differently. Sacrifice imp, gain 2 energy, draw 1 card. I like this. We don't have many imps. We only have 3. So maybe we should not take it. I like Inferno. I mean, that's a great card. You just woke up from a nap. I hope it was a good nap, Twiggy boy. They grow up so fast. Indeed they do, Falcon, indeed they do. I mean, I kind of like the imps. Excavation Eruption, Cave In, Descend friendly and enemy units. I do like this. I really like Cave In. Excavation Eruption is a great damage spell too. But Cave In to put all the units on one floor so we can, you know, handle a relentless boss with everything is nice. And then we can put the lifesteal minion at the top, and that way we can ascend up into them instead of descending down into them. I'm gonna take a Cave In actually. I was really thinking about Excavation, but I think because we have all these train stewards we gotta play, we should get them played and then descend them into position. I think that might be for the best. So, remove cards? Absolutely. Double stack. Though, Lifesteal 6 is pretty freaking good. Even though it costs 1 energy, I think that's good. Plink, we're just gonna get these upgraded. Cave In being cheaper is acceptable. I'm not gonna, no, I will reroll. Cause yeah, another consume on a Plink. You kinda love to see it. Free hidden passage helps us if we do Ember Drain ourselves accidentally. And I'll just get rid of the imps, cause I haven't been playing them. I might play them more if I put the champion at the bottom floor, but I don't know, maybe I won't put the champion at the bottom. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. These are the easiest enemy units to fight on each floor, so good luck. What is Rally? Rally is when a unit is summoned. I think it's when the player summons a unit too. Yeah, when you play a unit. Reverse Harvest, I guess that's a way of thinking about it. Rage. Okay. I don't really want to make these guys stronger, but I think we're gonna have to. You need to be at the top. Pyre's gonna take 6 damage. You'll be fine. We could play the Queen here, and then summon the train stewards to ascend up here? That could work, and then we can just, you know, play the imps to play them and have them die. I would like to play them in the back though, to be honest with you. They'll do a decent amount of damage in the back, at least for a couple of turns. I have no way of killing them. I'll put one in the back. And then I'll make sure to ice one of you. Okay! Did not run the math on that one, that's fine. A plink is all we need. A plink is all we need. We're just gonna vent on this floor, honestly. Vent for one will kill everything. Although if we cave in, we can vent here for like massive value, but you're gonna get away, I think. Now I'm so tempted, I really wanna cave in. You're gonna be so buff though. No, we can't cave in. That's too much, that's too much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna morsel. You're gonna make it to the pyre and do 8 damage. I'm kind of okay with that. Although I could plink ya. I could plink ya. We'll plink here. I'll vent for 1. I'll take 8 pyre damage, because I really want the gold. Summon morsels here. It's hard not to summon morsels here, but I want the morsels for the lifesteal. Super happy effing Thursday. I came here for Abe and stayed for chat, says GT Quirk. Thank you for the cheer. I'm glad someone stays for the chat. There's my train stewards finally. You're almost dead. You hate to see it. You're taking 14 damage. Well, let's play an imp. I have 7 energy. No. Play an imp. You have 4 lifesteal. It's not that much, to be honest with you. I kind of feel like just playing a train steward up here, though it's gonna ruin my ability to create morsels. It's hard to work around Shardtail Queen with the Umbra. We got a weird combination with the random roll. We can play you. You need to live so you can heal, so we have to play the train steward. And then we might as well kill a unit so we can do more damage to you. Now we're doing 56. Hold on to the mortal trade. No one stays for chat, we're full of degenerates, says Falcon. Hey, at least someone knows their place. Can't play morsels anymore. We can still play a morsel here and Shroud Spike it, I suppose. We have a branding right too. Okay. If we vent here for 1, we kill everything. I kind of like that. So it's gonna be a plink. Did give us 2 morsels. Well, no, we can't vent and Shroud Spike is the problem. I think it's better to vent to kill the units. In that case, we'll put down 1 morsel. We'll put down a train steward. We'll put down a morsel. We'll vent. And then we'll branding right on you because our champion is a 61-24 right now, which is actually pretty good. Is the Queen the only new champion? This is AB0020. Nope, all of the clans have an alternative champion, complete with a new set of upgrades as well. I just picked one to start with. Give me a plink. Well, I mean, if we ascend into a plink, it's a guaranteed kill. And we actually don't, like, we have no reason not to, unless we want to ascend just to, you know, put a whole bunch of units on one floor. Which would be kind of nice, actually. So, like, ascend you, plink, and then maybe we can summon a lot of morsels behind you? Like, giving you lifesteal? Well, we have lifesteal, we have it in hand. I'm gonna give you some energy though. Because you're an 89-24 with some manner of lifesteal. I mean, that's not that bad. Still trying to figure out how to like function with her. She kind of reminds me of the double stack Ember Drain. I have no energy. She kind of reminds me, oh, this is an extremely good hidden passage. I'm gonna try to actually finish my thought here. She kind of reminds me of the Rector Flicker with accumulation, except she only gains on summoning a minion and you want the minions to die. So she's kind of like, she's in between an accumulator and a harvester. Taking 377. I really wish I could play another Immortal Trade, but that's okay. You should die. $290. Lifesteal 6. Let's keep. Yeah, I mean, I think just playing Immortal Trade does it. Don't kill your units. Just don't play anything. Okay. So we took a little bit of pyre damage, but that was calculated. We haven't taken any up to this point. We need to upgrade units though, like desperately. Feast Prism engine upgrade, no. -1 capacity could be useful, but I don't want to add too much. We can get unit upgrades. So I think we're gonna go unit upgrades. We have to stack them up because the train stewards are kind of how we win. I'll remove the last imp. I will remove the bad plink because the other ones are upgraded. Quick, I don't think we need a quick train steward. I think we just want to upgrade the train stewards. So this one's gonna be a 45 times 253. Damage shield 3, shield stone has been upgraded. We'll put more damage shield on, you know, this train steward, because why not? We'll re-roll. An endless train steward with damage shield 5. Now that seems like a good idea. We could also make the Crucible Collector endless, so if he does die, we can bring him back, but he's not gonna have the stacks of lifesteal. I think I'd rather just have a train steward be endless, that way we can use them as a tank. You need to have more base health. Damage shield. I don't think it matters where you put it. I like upgrading the train stewards with 3 stacks. And new boss, Arcus Darkness Incarnate. So these are the crappy minions. He'll summon these guys. When you incant, spells get expensive. When you rally, you daze the units. And they die every turn, so they don't move up or down. I guess you could ascend them, but you'll trigger incant on this guy. Let's see how the fight works. Multi-strike 1, 9 attack, 1050 health. Boss looks amazing, says Predacula. He's weird. New music too. Okay. Phased. Cannot attack, cannot be damaged, or targeted in any way. Rally. Triggers when you play a unit card on this floor, apply daze 1. Resolve, despawn. So you let it sit, and you don't do anything to it. And this guy is 9 times 2, so he does 18 damage every turn. And he has 1800 health? The thing said 1050 if I'm not mistaken. So Endless Train Steward can go down, but we'll put the Shardtail Queen out there first, and we'll start buffing her with this guy, with his damage shield 5. We might as well skip this floor then. We'll play the Morsel Master and the Crucible Collector down here. The good Train Steward's just gonna have to wait. The first floor was very easy to deal with though, and this is the Incanter. If you incant, your spells get more expensive up till the point where you can't play them. So, we'll plink. And this won't even target it. Cannot be targeted in any way. Cannot be damaged in any way. But we can at least get 1 morsel and then at least gorge it 4 times. Which is not that bad. If we stack up enough lifesteal on the Crucible Collector, he can withstand anything, so I'm not that worried about it. So this is Rally, so if we play a unit, all of our units will get dazed. I'd rather not do that. Cannot be targeted in any way, Hidden Passage won't work, Branding Right won't work. Vent probably doesn't work either. But we can play spells, so we're gonna play a Plink. We got one morsel out of it. We'll play him up here. We do need to do 4 damage to you. Currently, I have no way of doing that, so we'll have to deal with it. But we can't play this because I think we'll get dazed. Rally does work with morsels on our Shardtail Queen, so I imagine it'll work for him as well. So we're gonna play you up here. You get doubled. We can play spells though, you'll just gain armor. We can vent to do damage. We can also mind collapse into a vent. Doesn't really do that much for us. I could also hidden passage. Oh, baby. If you hidden passage, then when you summon one morsel, it becomes more morsels. And it means we can kill you on this turn. I like that a lot. I do. It's gonna be hard to kill this guy actually, which is highly unfortunate. So instead of playing 2 spells down here, I'm just gonna play 1 spell. And giving you 10 armor won't keep you alive any longer. I'm just gonna branding right you. You're still gonna die. I want the branding right on him just to tank for the Shardtail Queen later. But there's an incant here, so we can't play spells. We can play a spell if it's our last spell. We could cave in, go back down to the bottom. I kind of feel like just playing some Train Stewards though. They can do 40 damage, they can kill the Clipped Reflector, so Train Steward, and then, you know, I could cave in, but I really want to play more morsels down here. Instead, let's just play a Plink, and then do some damage, and then end turn. The new final boss makes Crucible Warden more viable. I haven't seen him yet, but if true, that is interesting. Rally will daze. We can play a Plink. It's probably not gonna get a kill, but it would damage this guy enough where he's not gonna hit the pyre if it hits him once. And I'd rather not, you know, take pyre damage if at all possible. We're not doing enough damage though, I'm noticing. We're having a very hard time doing enough damage. Deal 5 damage to enemy units with the Imp. I'd rather put morsels here. So, have 2 of these. Rally only works once. Triggers when you play a unit card, not when a unit is summoned. Ah, so you don't get the benefit of Rally with Morsel Master. That's unfortunate. Harvest, might as well protect some damage. I guess we just gotta play Plink here and hope it gets a kill. I hate these guys making it up though. I hate them making it up every floor. But what we'll do is we'll play the morsels. Could hidden passage something? If I hidden passage the Shardtail Queen, we can get the kills up here. And that leaves more morsel space up here. But again, like these guys are just making it up every floor. I gotta find some way of dealing with them eventually. This could kill him actually. It didn't, but it could have. But he's dead now anyways, so I guess we won't change things up. We'll leave it as it is. Don't play this here, it'll stun everything. I could play this just to get out of my hand. It gives him 5 more armor, but it does 5 damage. So, and it does 5 damage to the unit behind him, so it kind of evens out a little bit. There's my good Train Steward buddy. You're gonna hit the pyre. You are not. Yo, this is actually a good play here. Now you're taking 40. Not that good of a play, but it's decent enough, I guess. All right, took 12. I have no idea how this is working, but it's kind of working. Can't help but notice not playing that many morsels. Rally. Wow, you guys suck. I could just put everything on one floor right now. All right, you know, look, you're endless. I can play you again, but at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, you know what? Cave in. Hidden passage, hidden passage. Oh, look! Everything's dying now. All right, that works. I guess Immortal Trade is what we're going to use to keep our champion going. And by our champion, I mean a Crucible Collector. So I'm actually just going to play it. And then we'll just burn through the Ember Drain. It only costs 1, so if we draw it again, we can play it on the next turn. And we can still play Branding Right, too, so. Give you some armor. Thank God for Immortal Trade. I didn't have the energy. You're still dead, but I didn't have the energy. I'm very sad by that. We're doing a lot of damage with the Train Stewards, but we still need them to be more upgraded. But we killed him, only took 12 damage. Only. Honestly, retching doesn't sound that bad. I'm having a hard time getting more morsels to play. Getting them back would be pretty nice. As like an emergency play to play morsels, I think it's actually okay. And then do we want energy, draw, or more capacity? Probably energy. We have a bunch of X cost cards. Yeah, Seraph Patient has... don't tell me what he has. I'll figure it out when I get there. Guess I should have put, like, no spoiler in the description for the stream, but no one spoiled anything yet. I kind of spoiled myself a little bit. I read the patch notes, but I didn't read too much about... I didn't memorize what the bosses did or anything. We'll figure it out when we get there. But we have a couple of Train Stewards to upgrade, a couple of X-cost cards. I can't help but feel like capacity is the way to go, though, to play more Train Stewards and ascend them. Chupapi Gary, you have a good night. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna go capacity. We want to play a lot of units, so let's get all of our units out there. And I'm gonna continue to upgrade said units, because we need to. I still don't think we need quick, though. We're just gonna put, put some base attack on another Train Steward and give him rage. Then reroll. Large Stone. I like Large Stone Train Steward, but I also really love Large Stone Crucible Collector to make him tankier. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna make him super ultra mega tanky. Put more damage shield out on Train Stewards, because why not? Ooh. Yeah. Oh! Oh, that's so good! I don't gorge that often, so getting double gorge actually helps a lot. It does. Rally 20, keep adding an imp to your hand. I want to see what the third queen option is, because we keep getting add an imp to your hand. But I want to see what the other imp option is. But we'll take Rally 20, because we're just going that path anyways. But I'm curious what the other option is. You know what? I will do this. But, Ember Drain is gonna suck. Each unit that spawns has 1 health and does 10 damage if they live. It's not that bad. Plinks can kill them. I'm thinking the upgrade for the Imp Queen probably adds more imps to your hand, because making them 2 cheaper makes no sense. So it probably gives you more imps. That, or it gives you more summon effects on that floor. I imagine it'll give you 2 imps, 3 imps, and you can keep playing them over and over again on the same floor. But that doesn't that doesn't seem that valuable because she doesn't have rally. She's not going to get stronger. You just put out 3 imps and you do 30 damage and you tank 3 shots. That doesn't seem that powerful. Seems good early game, not that good late game. So 1 vent for 2 is good here. Actually, a cave-in vent kills everything, which is amazing. However, we need to get the Crucible Collector out and we need to get the Shardtail Queen out. So we're not going to have the energy to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. You have to get out. This, you have to get out. And then we can either vent or we can get 2 kills and take 10 damage. Or we could cave in and plink. I actually like that better. So we'll plink up here. That way we don't take any damage from these guys dying. We have, you know, morsels we can play. You're gonna get 20 health every time we play a morsel. Then we'll cave in to put you down at the bottom or in the middle. And we'll kill you next turn, hopefully. I like it. I like it a lot. Mind Collapse for 1 will give us energy back. Plink gives us morsels. You're living, which sucks. And doing 4 damage, which also sucks. But play the Morsel Master. Taking a 110. This should kill you, but let's make sure we kill these units before we play the Train Steward. You're also healing to full, which is lovely. So we'll plink up here. Didn't kill the unit I wanted, but we can still kill you with the Branding Right. And then we'll Mind Collapse. We'll get energy back. We'll play the Train Steward. We'll double up on Lifesteal plus attack. Give you some health. You're gonna die when you make it up. Everything's good. You killed my morsels! It's fine. Deal 5 damage. Welder Helper, apply armor. I can't even play him. Never mind. God damn it. The Queen's playing sound reminds me of the first caw-caw of Abe's caws. Caw! I wasn't paying attention. Dude, I hate the Ember Drain here. It blows. It blows. 11 damage to a random enemy unit twice. It could miss. Turn consumed morsels to your hand. I would get 2 back, or 3 back, I think, which is still pretty good, but you're a sweeper, so you're gonna kill him anyways, but I can put him up here. I could ascend you and then plink you, but that's all my energy. And I really want to play a Train Steward. So we'll play a Train Steward. And then I think I'll try to plink. It did kill you. Then we'll retch. And then we do have a morsel that has more than 4 health, so they'll live. You're only taking 10, but you're taking a lot of damage up here. As such, I mean, you're taking enough damage that you're dead when you make it to this floor, right? 75 times 2, it's 140. You have exactly 140? All right, if you have exactly 140, take some damage shield. I don't want you in my hand. Disposable account, you're going to sleep because you're so sleepy. Well, we'll play more Monster Train tomorrow, don't worry about that, but you have a good night. Go to sleep. Go to bed, you disposable. You sleepy, sleepy disposable. I have no energy. That sucks. We can still play this though. Oh, yes. Double up. Double up. Now, you're a sweeper, so we have to play a Tumbra morsel here. You know, we can actually ascend a morsel up there. Just so that we get 1 more gorge trigger. I don't know if we're killing these units as they make it up though, because they do have a lot of HP and the sweep Ember Drain sucks, but we are killing them before they reach the top, which is just lovely. Immortal Trade will keep you alive later. We have a couple of plinks that we can use to hopefully get a kill. Actually, this is guaranteed to get 2 kills. Or oh, you're dying. We could just descend everything right now, but I really don't want to descend everything right now. I'd rather just plink. No, we should mind collapse into a plink. That way we kill everything up here. Now we have energy, then we can plink. Okay, we cannot play morsels here, but we can play morsels here. So we can just give you like another damage shield. I think these guys are gonna make it to the pyre, which is annoying. I could descend them. That doesn't really do anything for me. I'd rather you didn't hit the pyre though, and if I descend all of my units, I might be able to kill the boss before you can do anything, because we have 10 stacks of lifesteal and we do like basically 200 damage a turn with a mortal trade. So yeah, I am gonna cave in now that I think about it, because I think we can kill the boss before they can do anything. And that way we can save the Ember Drain unit from actually hitting the pyre. Yeah, you're already dead, which is lovely. And by the way, free Train Steward. Well, if you're dying, don't change anything. I've learned that lesson in the past. To give you more Ember Drain. And I suppose we could, you know, separate the units so that this guy could die if we had drawn an Ascend, so that's okay. How are these stewards so buffed? Well, we have Advanced Prototype and Pyre Stone Housing, so we have buff stewards. Ascend a unit and apply Daze 2. I do like this. I like it for the enemy units, to like hit a crappy unit that I really can't deal with. I have no idea what Seraph is actually gonna play, so I think I'm gonna take it as like a backup card. Trigger Feeding with Eaton. You know what? This is the opportunity for Feast combined with Wretch. I am going to feast on morsels and then bring the morsels back. Okay, one Train Steward needs upgrades. Morsel Master needs upgrades. Crucible Collector is upgraded. So we could upgrade 2 units or we could upgrade spells. I don't know if our spells need to be upgraded. Honestly, just duplicating our best card, which is probably, you know, like the good morsel or good Train Stewards, might be the way to go. Like, this is a great Train Steward. He can fit on his own floor. Get another one of him out there and then upgrade the other one. I kind of feel like that's the way to go, but let's check out the shop first. Trigger ability summon in additional time. I've gotten rid of all of our morsels, so sorry. Plus 2 capacity on the middle floor. I like putting more morsels down. Armor doesn't matter. Quick doesn't matter. So we'll buff a Train Steward. We'll buff you. Multi-strike Steward? You're more of a tank than anything else. I think I'd rather just put multi-strike on you. And then give you even more attack. And then give you more health. And then we have a fully upgraded deck filled with 4 Train Stewards. And guess what? Are we gonna duplicate another Train Steward? Could duplicate a Morsel Master. AB0020 wants to see the new... Oh, all of the new champs. Well, we're gonna fight the boss first. Could add another packed morsel, which would be okay. I do like more morsel generation now that I think about it. Give me another packed morsel. Plinks are a little bit hard to hit with. All right, Blue Seraph. Seraph attacks on combat rounds, gains +5 attack on rally if I summon a unit, and applies melee weakness to your front unit. So they take additional damage. Well, you're not gonna kill damage shield units with melee weakness. You're not gonna kill my lifesteal unit with damage shield units, so I don't know. Falcon, you have a good night. Thank you very much for being here. You only do 10 attack? That's so easy. Never summon a unit on his floor, he doesn't gain any attacks. Well, I'm gonna be summoning units on this floor. 3 of them. No, we can summon up here and then descend them. Yeah, we can do it like that. We won't be able to summon morsels, but that's kind of okay. Should we do it down here? This is the worst floor for you to be on. I hate it. Because I actually do want to summon units, but I don't think we should. Tiny ass head. He does have a tiny head. His feet are bigger than his head. We have a lot of capacity down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, we can place stuff down here. And you can come up here as a blocker. All right, so it's gonna be you. Let me take a look at the capacity. You. Then we have capacity for a morsel, which is gonna get doubled. And then we can play you up here, and then we can play units on you. And if we can just avoid buffing him at all, he has 10 attack. Oh, you also gotta be careful because he does attack. Right. Excuse me? After the combat round in which the unit took damage. So it's not spell weakness, because spell weakness is removed after the spell hits. This is removed after the combat round. Oh my god, that's so much worse. That's so much worse than I thought. That's horrible. You're living though, which is lovely, but so you're taking 30 damage from this unit and 20 damage from this unit. That's insane. I don't really want to play a morsel here, even though I could feast it. I might just want to play morsels up here, honestly. And then play imps here as well, just to do some work. I could also ascend all of the units up, and if I ascend them up, I can, gorge this man and then keep ascending units to get him to the right floor, but I don't want to mess up the ordering, because it's going to be really hard to do, I think. I think this is fine, honestly. By the way, I got Mind Jack so I could play all of these units here and then play more morsels every turn, but I think we just got to work around it. And this is why the Warden is better than Collector in this fight, says Retrash. Well, luckily I have 110 health, so we can survive the big hits. And in fact, having said that, because we are surviving the big hit, maybe I should save the Molting Imp for later, in case we do need it. So I think what we'll do instead is, I'm gonna ascend you because you are, well, no. We'll play the Imp. Play the morsels. I'm not gonna feast though because I want the energy next turn. If I play the feast though, I could mind collapse, but then what am I doing with my energy? Ascending you up so I can kill you on this turn? I mean, that's actually not that bad of an idea. You'll live. Okay, and then we'll have 1 less energy next turn. No, give me the energy next turn. Okay, melee weakness, but everything is still fine, because we have damage shield. We also have some train stewards, which are gonna go out here in the middle floor. Since we have the capacity for them, we might as well. We also have Plink, and we have Shroud Spike. So I'm thinking, Plink, Morsel, and then we could just Shroud Spike instead of even playing the train stewards. That's like absurdly good value. Do we have a second Shroud Spike? We do not. Because it'll consume 12 times. We'll have 12 lifesteal. Did Mind Collapse change? I don't think Mind Collapse changed. Oh no, melee weakness. There's my wretch, so I can bring back morsels on this turn. I need to kill something here or descend. I really don't want to descend. I could cave in and then tiresome climb my imp to get everything on this floor so I can kill it, or I could just tiresome climb one of these enemies and then kill him with the train steward. Or I could vent. Vent also would work. So give me the wretch. And then, you don't need damage shield, you need raw attack power. You could use some morsel action. You can have a damage shield. Health. Health. Energy, you can go in the back. I would prefer to have oh no, I forgot. That's okay. Lifesteal is gonna carry us anyways. The rally, whatever. I think we're just gonna vent. Actually, I have an idea. I think it's a good idea too. Because now you're gonna eat all the morsels. You're gonna be on a bigger floor, so we can put more train stewards on your floor, which is a big floor. That seems like a good idea. That seems okay. Does Daze stop Sarah from moving around? Nope. Daze does nothing, unfortunately. Plink will kill you, has a chance of killing one of you. A Mind Collapse will already kill one of you. So I think we want to get the guaranteed kill. Then we'll get another guaranteed kill after we play a train steward. You should block for him, honestly. Don't play a unit at the bottom. You're taking 29 damage, but that's because of the weakness. You have 18 lifesteal, you're gonna be fine. Okay, you're dead, you're dying. Try to go for the plink, it did work. We have plenty of capacity now for morsels, so we're definitely just gonna be stacking up morsels here, stacking up morsels here. Please. 19 times 2, you're healing a little bit. Are you getting any lifesteal from this? I really should have given you 1. I mean, I could ascend lifesteal into you, but I guess you don't really need it if you have 5 damage shield right now. Are you endless? No, you're not the endless one. So we'll give you some armor. End turn. Things are going very well. I have an insane amount of lifesteal on my minion. This guy does half as much damage as a regular Seraph, and if I didn't misplay, he would have had a third as much damage as a regular Seraph. Okay, you're the endless one. You're a good one in the back. Look at these train stewards. They're ridiculous. Train stewards! Steward! You know what? Let's just kick the crap out of Seraph on this turn. There, he's taking 242. You're dead. Congratulations, you suck. Why are you doing 25 damage? Oh, because I played train stewards! It's fine, you're still dead, it's just annoying. So many misplays, so little time. Well. All right, we got a morsel floor. If anything makes it up, it'll die to the morsel floor. All right, easy peasy. And our champion is a 105-40. That's pretty good damage output, but at the same time, we were not really playing around her strengths. Because you gotta think that the Slay Hornbreaker Prince champion, he could easily be doing 200, 300 damage a hit at this point. So she's not living up to that strength. And the Hornbreaker Prince that has Rage, he could be doing 500 damage a turn. So we're not living up to, we're not comparing yet. But we didn't really play necessarily around the rally as well as we should have. Getting one morsel per turn is nice, but really we would like to play like 4 or 5 morsels on her turn. But I wanted her in the back behind the lifesteal tank anyways. But yeah, we could have played that differently, obviously, to play around her strengths a little bit better. But I'm still curious what her alternative capabilities are. And I'll be honest with you, I think I'm just gonna I'm not gonna play another run, but I am gonna jump into the new game screen just to check. See? So ironically, I've gilded 2 cards that I've yet to gild in my save file, but they're not gonna be there permanently, because we're gonna have to like reload eventually. But I'm gonna just jump into a new run just to see what her alternative upgrades are, because I'm curious. And we'll check it out. So it's the same boss as, well, it's in beta. What is her other ability? Action. Kill all imp units, deal 20 damage per imp to enemy units. Imperialist or Imp Parade. Okay, so I understand it now. Well, I kind of understand it. Action. Triggers on this unit's turn before it attacks. Okay, so that's a new trigger effect, I guess. Or it's called something else, because this was called on turn, I think, on the explosives, on Daedalus. So there's kind of a weird synergy between these two. You have the imps, you can play the imps if you get them in your hand, and imps will die on that turn and do 20 damage per imp to all enemy units, not to the front enemy unit, but to all enemy units. So it's very much a crowd control unit. Kind of like the Shadow, not the Shadow Gorger, but the Shadow Eater, I think. No, whatever it's called. The one that does 10 damage and heals for 10. It's kind of the same thing with the Shardtail Queen on the left here, where the imps will do damage. But what I like about this is that you put the imps to the left of the queen, and they will die on her turn, and they will be removed so you can play more imps. If you play the imps to the right of the queen, they will tank shots, or they will attack and then die on her turn. So you can play them on the right for attack value, for the left for summon value, and you also get the value of them exploding. It's a very interesting queen here. And the one on the right is for if you just want to play lots of imps for free. I guess if you if you have value of, I don't know, I'm thinking like Harvest from Melting Remnant could be pretty good here. Wismo says that's good with quick. That's true, I can see that, because she'll move first and the imps will explode. But I think you'd prefer almost if the imps have a chance of attacking first, but I guess it depends if there's a lot of weak enemy units that you want to kill. I guess it really does depend on the fight, because if there's like a big hit coming in, you might want the imp to tank it, and then have some imps available for exploding and killing crowd minions, but they'll still hit your queen. Funky. Regardless, something to keep in mind, that is the alternative queen. Yeah, don't resume that, it's fine. Interesting run. I kind of like it. She's definitely focused around the imps, which is kind of cool. But, obviously we were not necessarily playing around her benefit necessarily. You can get 1 morsel per turn for plus 20 attack per turn. I would have liked to have had, I would like it if Rally worked twice if you duplicated a morsel with the morsel master, but maybe that's either too powerful or maybe that's too annoying for the player. They play 1 morsel and all of a sudden Seraph is getting plus 10 attack or something. I don't know. In any case, it's still an interesting run to learn about the new queen and I mean, we also learned about Plink, even though we weren't necessarily relying on Plinks. We removed all of the imps, and instead we took some Plinks. In any case, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch if I want to go live, support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.